Yes, indeed. That is the signal for the start of the show. My name is Tim Radicek, your freeform community DJ here for WNUR-FM, Evanston, and Chicago. Joining me in the studio is longtime friend and new road dog to my left. None other than J. Sal, the mixologist. J. Sal, buddy, what's happening?
Oh, you didn't know? Boom, boom, boom.
Your ass better
call somebody. What's going on, Tim?
Not too much.
What's up, Chicago?
Welcome back. It's another beautiful Sunday morning here in Chicago.
Absolutely, my friend. Very stoked about tonight's show. We got a lot on the docket, and good way to kick it off, man. Some good music. It's from Blade.
You know it.
The opening sequence of Blade with Wesley Snipes. One of the best Marvel R-rated movies. Kind of Deadpool before Deadpool, yes?
Well, no. Deadpool was more comedy. Blade is too.
I mean, just the graphic, gratuitous violence,
yeah.
And basically the R-rated version.
That was the first, modern Marvel movie.
See, that's what happens when Disney doesn't get a hands on the Marvel product, man.
Yeah, and then the two after that kind of sucked really bad.
Which ones, brother?
The Blade 2 and Blade 3.
Blade 2 was decent. Guillermo del Toro directed that one.
Yeah, well,
and I like that was with all the viscera in it, and I like the action, and our boy from
Deadpool.
no, our boy from was made a good cameo in a Hellboy. Help me out here from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Man, Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman, thank you, sir. Ron Perlman was in it. I thought it was a good movie. The third one with, speaking of Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds. Then you had Triple H was in it, and then Jessica Biel.
Triple H took an ass whooping in that movie, dude.
To Ryan Reynolds on top of it, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was the good guy.
Of course he was, right?
Deadpool was a fantastic movie.
Yes, it was.
I'm glad they pushed that through, and I hope there's a long franchise ahead of it. There should be at least 2 more movies.
As long as it doesn't, Disney doesn't get their hands on it.
Right, and then from what I understand, they want to introduce Cable, because Cable's a long-time character in the Deadpool franchise. And
they're looking at possibly the birthday boy from last week. We talked about Kevin Nash maybe being Cable.
You know what? Some of these wrestlers do work out in these comic book hero movies, like Dave Bautista.
Bautista's actually got a great up-and-coming career. He was the one of the main heels in the last James Bond movie, Spectre. Yeah, and he's also one of the main guys in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Which got the upcoming sequel.
That was the breakout movie.
Absolutely.
It took something other than Captain America, the Avengers.
Right. And Chris Pratt, they basically put him on the map, too, as an action star.
You know what, dude? I think that guy would have been going places without that movie.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, because, he went from a nobody on that TV show to an overnight celebrity.
Well, he also got shredded, like a Julian salad.
Yeah.
But, actually, he did the Jurassic World movie, which is, good numbers worldwide.
I haven't seen it.
I saw it, and we talked about it, last year here when it came out. It was mediocre at best, really.
Opening weekend for the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Who you gonna call? Or wait, not who you gonna call? It's answer the call. Thank you. Answer the call.
I've sat all day yesterday looking at reviews from various outlets and independent reviewers, and
it's got mixed reviews. It's got some comedy in it. Paul Feig, who directed both Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig in the breakout hit Bridesmaids. And then he also did The Heat, which I love, with Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock.
You're one of few people, if you look on Rotten Tomatoes, dude. That thing got like a 65.
It was you know what? I did look at it this morning, Timmer. It was certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, but the fan reaction on that, and I'm a big IMDb nerd. I basically got plastered on those. But I mean, some people, I always listen to the look at the message board, and they had said that it was, got some laughs out of it. A lot of people were surprised.
Oh man, I want to talk in depth about it, but I haven't seen it. But I just from the reviews, dude, I pieced the whole movie together.
You did already?
Yeah.
Well, you got the original Ghostbusters, the living ones, obviously. Rest in peace, Chicago's very own Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
But you have, and they're not reprising the roles at all. You got Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd.
They all make cameos. Right.
You have you also Sigourney Weaver, Annie Potts. Everybody's doing something except
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis, love Rick Moranis, of course. Darth Helmet.
Yeah.
And everybody's making a cameo in it, and actually it got the support of it was. I want to say it was Bill Murray's idea too. He's like, make them all women, and he sees the hottest comedians working right now, and most of them are SNL alums. from where he went to where he got cut his teeth at.
Some would say that the video game released in 2008, 2009 was the true Ghostbusters 3, because it was the original actors that played all the voice characters in the movie, and it was a story written by Dan Aykroyd. And I tried to play it, man. It's kind of long and kind of bland, but like if you're in it for the story, for like a Ghostbusters, like this is what the movie should have been.
Would it come out for all gaming stations?
Yeah, it was like PS3, Xbox 360.
You know what? I was not even aware that there was a video game for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and like 2008 or 9, like I said, it features Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, as well as Harold Ramis.
Wow.
And Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis wrote the script for the movie, or for the game.
Really?
So,
wow, that's pretty cool.
yeah, if you want to satiate your thirst for Ghostbusters of the legit kind. I'm not saying this new movie isn't legit, because it's an actual movie, and Paul Feig's a well-known director. But if you're just interested in something that you haven't seen, check out the video game 2009 Ghostbusters.
Well, all right.
Other than that, dude, we got festivals galore going on here in Chicago. And surrounding suburbs. One of the ones I want to mention is something I've never been to, but have always wanted to go, is in Kenosha, the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah. Huzzah!
Jay, have you ever done that?
I have not. But I have been with some wenches before, but not at a Renaissance Fair.
What is that? What they asked you to call them, wenches?
Sure. Hey, lusty wench, come forth and feed me grapes. And
Feed me grapes.
I'm ready for another hot oil bar.
Bring my goblet of grog.
That's right.
So I'd like to go check that out. Just hang out and see how nerdy it can get.
Very, from what I hear. But it's fun times, right?
Yeah.
You get yourself a big old turkey leg, a big old stein of beer, and you're there with a nice, young lady with a nice, push-up bustier or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Or what is it? Yeah, but what's a better word for it? Not the bustier, but the a harness or whatever it's called. And good times, man. Good times. It's all safe fun, man. Come on.
And plus, who doesn't want to see some jousting or some, some archery, that kind of stuff? Like, that'd be cool, man.
Very cool.
I've been to what's that? The restaurant, Medieval
Times. Yeah. You cannot you eat with utensils. You must eat with your hands, as they did back then. But there's Pepsi for some reason.
Yeah. But you do drink it out of like a beat up tin mug.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And you get to go for the yellow team, blue team. It's fun. It's good for the kids.
Yeah. When we went, my mom's friend got pulled on stage.
Oh, no kidding. Right there on the ground, right?
Yeah. And then what he did, they had like a court jester.
Yeah.
He tied a handkerchief around her neck, and when he pulled it off her neck, it pulled her bra out of her shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Was
funny.
Was she well endowed?
Yeah, but she had to look down. She looked down right away in her shirt, and he didn't take her bra because it was
right. That's pretty funny. That's got to be good.
Yeah, it got her. She had to look right away. Like, oh.
Right. That's pretty cool. Hello. Man. It is midnight in the great city of Chicago, folks.
I'm sorry, Jay. I use swear words like commas. It's filthy.
And sometimes you put commas after your swear words, bro, because you got them in sequence, my friend.
Yeah, too many. I cuss like a sailor.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm with you too, man.
Also going on, like I said, was the Open Air Festival, which is a bunch of the artists we're going to be playing this evening. It's more alternative metal kind of stuff, but as you could hear, like some of our beds that I'll play some hip hop and other stuff too. Man, just looking over the headlines this morning, Jay, already 18 people shot in Chicago.
Where's our friends with the ding, 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 ding?
The bell.
The bell, the counter.
What are those guys' names again? I can't remember. It's been so long.
It's Richard. Come on now. And Toby, man. Come on. Hopefully they're listening. Guys, how you doing?
Dick Dickerson and Tobias.
That's
Big Daddy
right,
DJ.
Man.
We love you guys.
Love you guys, man.
Don't ever come back.
Hey, that was him that said that, all right?
Well, I said it jokingly. These guys know I really dislike them and don't care for them. So, also, what else is happening? That's just Chicago. Let's see what's going on in Chicago.
A lot going on.
Yeah, the big thing now, Jay, I don't know if you've been involved in this, is a little app on the phone that has grown bigger than Tinder.
What is that? Oh, is that the whole Pokemon thing?
Yeah, dude.
Is that what that is?
Have you tried this at all?
No, bro. I got other stuff to do.
this...
Not saying that that's wrong, but hey, it's got kids that are out there and they're actually using their feet instead of being, stuck to the computer or the tablet at home.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up Pokemon Go news and just read some of the headlines I've been seeing all week.
All right. I can't play Pokemon because if I leave work, I'll be Brokemon.
Bro, You got puns. Are you the Punkymon?
The Punky. I'm the Punseya.
So the first, like Jay mentioned, it is getting people out of the house, which is good. I can totally get behind that. Gamers are not usually the most athletic people.
You don't say.
I don't say. I didn't say for future reference in case this goes to court. But just looking at the headlines, Pokemon, everything you've heard about Pokemon Go, it's a popular app because Pokemon is just, I don't know, man. I don't know what the appeal is. I was too old when it came out.
Same here.
So, I still understood what the card game was like because there's been, versions of Pokemon that go to computer, Xbox, everything. Everything's got a Pokemon. So, everybody and their mama's got it because now it's a phone app that's tied to your GPS. And the idea is you go to an area, you can go out front of your house, and you get to find whatever select Pokemon are in your neighborhood, right? So that'll be a short list, maybe 3 different of the 122, I believe. So you catch those in your area. Now it's time to move on. So you got to go places. You need to go. If you want to catch them all, you're not going to catch them all in your neighborhood.
That's too bad because we don't want these kids walking around Chirac, man, looking for stuff because they'll be looking for trouble.
So what happens is when you open this app and you look at the map, it shows you walking on a street view map. So it's like you're actually on the street you're looking at. And there's monuments where it'll be just looking out front of Northwestern campus, there's monuments all over campus, dude. It's like nothing I've seen in my neighborhood. So it'll be a sign or a building like John J. Lewis Hall where we're broadcasting from. There's a monument right out front of the building, so you spin the little thing and it gives you the balls so you can collect the Pokemon. And then there's just 75 different monuments in this 3-mile area here. And I would imagine that campus is rife with Pokemon activity.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
There's a gym. A gym is where everybody who collects their Pokemons goes to, and it's usually a church or a library where you can battle other people's Pokemons. But you don't battle them one-on-one. They just give you a copy of their guys to fight on your phone or whatever. And then if you take over the gym, then your team, you pick a team. There's 3 different teams. It's just this phenomenon, dude. But it's in taking over people's lives and distracting them to such great lengths that just brief headlines I've seen through the week are something like a girl stumbles onto a dead body.
Oh, man.
After looking for Pokemon on her phone. A girl, not a girl, but a boy, a 14-year-old boy, found himself on the expressway.
Yeah, there was a girl that got hit by a car. Survived, but she ended up I did hear that she got hit coming in oncoming traffic, not paying attention.
Yeah, for sure, dude. If your face is glued to your phone and you see yourself stepping onto an expressway, you're obviously not paying attention to anything.
So the Darwin theory is kind of just, working itself out, huh?
All right. So, like I said, all the Pokemon can't be found in one area. And then the super, super special, elite, rare ones only come out once a week at a certain designated location.
Right.
So this happened in New York last night where a bunch of people were somehow clued in to where this Pokemon was going to appear. This super genuine, special, make you rich Pokemon, I guess.
Pokemon or Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Thank you.
A Pokemon is a dirty old pervert?
Pretty much. He do pokey everything, right?
He's got Russian hands and Roman fingers. So it erupts into chaos in Central Park. There's something like 1,000 people show up at 11 o'clock on a Friday, dude. So I'm going to play a little bit of the clip here.
Can't wait to hear this.
You can hear the pandemonium.
I'm sure.
Oh, this video was taken down.
Oh, boy. Come on now.
So I'm going to have to...
if I can interject real quick, Timmer, and for our listening audience, not only that, but it gives you the whereabouts of the other players. So actually, there's been a lot of phone thefts that have happened, and robberies.
No, see, the thing is, like, I haven't seen that on my phone. If people are playing near me, I can't really see anybody else.
There's been reports of, people just kind of like cussing their way into it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you see a group of kids walking around with their face in their phone, it's easy to identify who's texting and who's playing this game because you're kind of looking through your camera to look at the environment to see if there's Pokemon's there.
Yes.
And, all it takes is one predator to be like, look at these two dumbass kids with iPhones.
Yeah. You got the new iPhone there, homie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why? Dude, were you playing Pokemon?
Nah, man. No. Break yourself, son.
Yeah, that's right. You just lost a phone. So let's see. There was 1,000 videos this morning. Central Park Pokemon. Give me 1 second here.
Go right ahead.
Pokemonsters.
Pokemonsters.
Pokemon is short for pocket monsters?
Is that right?
That's right.
Did not know that.
All right, so the thing is called a Vaporeon. Vaporeon. And here's the scene in Central Park last night. People are stopping in the middle of traffic, just ditching their car.
Good Lord. Now, they're not giving away anything for free, right?
No.
This is just for the game, for the phone game.
This is right. This is
wow. There's a Vaporeon that's spawned right there, so everyone's running.
There's like 1,000 people.
So you don't get like a cash prize from this, right?
No.
Good Lord.
There's nothing but bragging rights involved right now.
And this is young men and women together.
This is I've seen people as old as 80 playing this thing.
Oh, wow.
So ultimately, people are driving around in their cars with this thing on their dashboard, and when it vibrates, it means something spawned in your area, and then you start looking around. I don't.
Hey, Bob, what you doing?
I don't get it, man.
I don't get it either, man.
I can't.
Wow.
Even the card game, you had to buy packs of cards, and then you
trade them.
It was like you get the same 5 common cards and 1 rare card.
So it'd be like the old baseball cards for us back in the day, right?
Right.
Need it, got it, need it.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
You want the gum?
You got the nice stale cardboard tasting chewing gum.
Yeah. You still ate it. Dude, I bought it.
Of course I did, man.
It was like 1996, and a garage sale by my house was selling Topps football cards from 1985.
Woo! Wait. 85 Bears?
85, yes.
Oh, nice.
85, or 84, I'm sorry.
84, okay.
84. So, there was a lot of potential great cards in this set. They had an unopened box, like, the box that came with like 40 packs of cards. And they were like $5 a piece. I ran home and begged, dude, for $20. I was like, I need to get at least 4 packs.
Of course.
I'd love to buy the whole box from these people. And out of the 4 packs, I came up with a Steve Young rookie card.
Ooh, you still have it? Please tell me you do.
No, dude.
Oh, where'd it go?
It was lost in 20 years of moving. We moved like 3 times a year when I was a kid. And I had numerous items stolen from me from family members who were no good.
Well, that's why they're no good.
Yeah. And so, man, dude, and like, I remember when I got the pack of cards, I opened it, looked through all the cards first, and noticed there was gum on the bottom. And I'm like, why not?
Give it a try.
And it was like eating broken glass, dude.
Of course it was.
Just like shards of glass.
Right. Hell, a Bazooka Joe tasted like 10 times better than that gum that came with the playing cards there.
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure. So, yeah, if you're out there playing Pokemon, do it responsibly.
Be safe.
Don't be looking through your viewfinder while you're driving, Don't walk on the expressways. Don't. if you see.
I'm sorry, man. My favorite 2 memes that I've seen so far online have been the one with the clown It looking through
Oh,
the
yeah.
sewer drain.
Yeah,
Hey kid,
there's
I got some Pokemons down here. And then Buffalo Bill or stuff from Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, sure. I got some nice Pokemon out here in the basement.
Yeah, put the lotion on the skin.
That's right.
There's
Would you do me? I do me hard.
There's the other one where I see the old dude from Family Guy. He's like, I got some Pokemon.
That's right. And I got an ice cream truck that goes, da, da, da.
Yeah, I can't remember that dude's name, but he's a real creep.
Right.
And then there's the opposite realm of the memes where people are putting up memes like cursing people who, I can't play Pokemon. I'm a grown-up. I have adult things to do.
Right.
You know, and then it's like, dude, you can't, there's nothing that can happen in this world without some sort of social combat happening around it.
Right.
You know, like people are having fun, they're enjoying themselves.
Kids are getting exercise.
Kids are getting exercise, but even the older gamers that aren't getting exercise are now starting to get it, you know. And
They're like, there's daylight?
this is going to expand. They are going to have like trading abilities where you're going to be able to trade all these extras that you caught, cuz like you got to level up, you know, and the only way to do so is to catch more. So you're out there hunting for, like, as you get further up, it might be 10 to reach the next level, or it might be 15, or it might be 20. And, dude, I was standing outside for an hour. I caught 2.
Nice.
I'm like, if I got to catch 8 more, dude, I'll be here all week. I ain't got time for that. I quit playing Zelda and all them super long games where you gotta save and come back.
Right.
I can't do it no more because it's like you gotta invest 60 to 100 hours into it.
You can't do it. So, I mean, you just can't do it sometimes.
I can barely put up clips from last week's show.
Yeah.
That's how little time I got.
You got them up, though. I appreciate that, though.
Yeah. I'm looking out, man. I'm trying to do what I can.
You do what you do, brother. Hey, we're both working, man. Actually, I know you got your job that requires you to, be on the clock, Johnny, on the spot.
Dude, yeah.
I know you do. I have a job in the service industry, and I remember one little girl that was part of a table, not my table, but another section.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, she's walking around, and the mom's just like, will you sit down and order something so we can have dinner now? And she literally is just scavenging the restaurant, trying to, pick up who's got a device that's got the Pokemon.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. And I'm just laughing, and management is like, these kids with their, Pokemon.
You know what? You convince the management to be Pokemon friendly, dude. Because like, if a kid's trying to go,
right. It's fine dining. It's not going to happen.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
This ain't Taco Bell, son.
No, this isn't. Yeah, this isn't Fridays or. This isn't. What else is out there for the kids? This is a Rainforest Cafe or nothing. Man.
This ain't Olive Garden.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the coffee shops, like, that's legit. It's they already got internet and all that, but sitting in a restaurant ain't gonna find you no Pokemon
unless people are just walking and traveling by.
Well,
our own stopping grounds in Woodfield. I'm sure if you sat outside there on the streets, I'm sure you get all that stuff.
Well, the thing is, like, it's a random kind of spawn. So like you can go there right after somebody just cleaned house, and you'll be waiting until something else appears.
Right.
Which could be hours from now. So you don't typically stay in one place. You just go to your landmarks. You find the Pokeballs to catch the monsters, because otherwise you got to pay for them. And that's the thing, dude.
That's what they want.
This is a free-to-play game. So if you don't want to wait, you pay the $20, you buy the coins or the eggs or whatever it is, and then you can unlock other stuff, pay-to-win style. And
it's more fun in earning them.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, is like people are meeting and socializing over this too. So that's, I mean, it's bridging.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to hear people getting engaged because they met doing this stuff together.
Listen,
You're a nerd. I'm a nerd too.
I want to hear from the more seasoned Pokemon veterans out there. So call the show, area code 847-866-9687. Tell me your Poke stories.
You know that device you got in your hand, guys, that you're looking for all these Pokemon characters?
Yeah,
it actually makes a phone call.
Yeah, use it.
So
to
besides
call.
a camera and besides video, call us. Tell us about your Pokemon experiences.
Please, we'd like to hear from you. All right. So that's enough of Pokemon. That's, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going away anytime fast.
Oh no.
But, we'll take some calls on that if you got them. Other than that, we're gonna move forward, and we've got What else? What else is going on? You said you were at some festival Thursday.
I was Thursday night. I was at the Taste of Park Ridge, right nearby O'Hare, in the great town of Rosemont. 3-day festival that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and got a chance to take in some of the entertainment, some nice libations, and some pretty tasty food there from the participating vendors.
You said your girl was there,
It's boy band night.
Oh,
Boy band night. So it was Boy Band Night was actually the name of the band, and they did everything from Backstreet to NSYNC, Belle Biv DeVoe, the original boy band, the Jackson 5. That's right. That girl is poison. They did Bieber. They even did Little Spice Girls. So it was a decent show. It was a pretty good turnout. Beautiful summer night. Can't complain. But
so tonight was the last night for that.
Yeah, I'm surprised, man. That's the one fest that I'm surprised, Timmer, and listening audience, that they don't do on a Sunday.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a dry town.
Well,
man.
I mean, yeah, but they started Thursday. And
yeah. Well, I mean, usually, people take advantage of that, brother. It's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right. That's another thing, though. Is like for some reason, all these festivals are getting shorter, dude. Like Taste of Chicago is a whole week shorter.
Yeah, and we're lucky to even have that, man, after it's lost so much money years after year.
And a lot of vendors are not trying to go there because of the
high taxes, man.
Not only that, the hellacious situation trying to get set up.
Not only that, but they start charging for the entertainment. Remember, the shows used to be free. All the entertainment we had, Roots Crew. We had the Roots Crew and Billy Idol, which were performing, and you got to pay for that now, homie. It's not free anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, like, what's the alternative? Listen to Jimmy down the street jam in his garage while he barbecue.
Karaoke? I mean, nobody wants to hear you sing, man. Only you think you sound good drunk.
You know what? And it's fun for you, not everybody else. You know what? And I can appreciate sitting around a fire after a barbecue, dude, and, just having somebody jam on an acoustic guitar. There's a time and a place for that. But now, in the summer in Chicago, you need to get out there and let the sun hit your skin.
That's right.
Because we stay pasty white, pale people all through winter.
Well, that's you, homie. I'm a dark man.
Yeah, you're dark, but you get darker in the summer. I'm sure you do.
I do.
So, yeah, get out there.
And socialize, man.
Yeah, put the Pokemon down. You can talk about it. You can talk about the Pokemon. Just keep the phone in your pocket.
Right. And you don't want to do that around a bonfire. Don't burn your ass.
Yeah.
And don't do it after being too drunk or a little too either, man. Because the thing that is going to be like a missing child or something like that.
A little puff give.
That's right. You're going to probably not even know what, end up kidnapping some poor child and scared out of his mind.
Over some Pokemon.
I know, right? The thing was just he's running from me. Well, no kidding, he's running from you, man.
I saw this other great meme. It was like a picture of a rabid. What was it? Not a raccoon, but a possum, and it was in ugly. Somebody's garbage.
Ew.
And like, dude's like, man, I think I found a Pokemon. He's kind of bitey.
He's got a bite. I call the little one bitey.
Yeah, yeah. Homer.
Sure, wasn't Homer Simpson?
Yeah.
Monorail.
All right, so this is WNUR's free-form programming, which happens overnight, every day, and including the weekends. And portions of WNUR's free-form programming may be considered inappropriate for the sensitive or more younger listeners out there in the radio world. WNUR believes this material to be artistically and culturally significant. If you disagree, then you're a schmuck. We will play this music and talk these dirty words only between the hours of 10:30 p.m. Is that what it says? 10:30?
Well, yeah, maybe.
And 6 a.m. I can't see. It's too dark over there. Put this somewhere else.
All right.
So if you got a request, we're playing stuff from the Open Air Festival that's happening this weekend. It's a bunch of gangster rock music.
Gangster rock music.
And here's a band that probably should have fell into obscurity, but I believe the singer is back now, Pepper Keenan. This is Corrosion of Conformity. It's called The Door, right here on WNUR. Stay tuned. That's right, kids. We don't mess around here at WNUR-FM, Evanston in Chicago. My name is Tim Radicek, your community freeform DJ. Joining me in the studio is longtime friend, Road Dogg, and local mixologist, Jay Sell.
What's up, Chicago?
DJ Sal, buddy. It's about time we turn it to something in a little different direction. We've been noticing a trend in the world over the last couple of months of outbreaks of violence.
Not a good trend, Tim.
No, it's absolutely not. With all the positive things that are going on with the Pokemon, there is the complete and total opposite happening at the very same time.
From socializing to desocializing, you could say.
Yeah. Well, more like depopulation.
Oh, boy.
Last week we were talking about the Orlando shooter, the Dallas sniper, and what else was
the cops with the two shootings of the African American motorists.
Yeah,
or one of them, one motorist, and then one selling DVDs right on the side of a convenience store.
Yeah, and then the one white kid that was shot while he was face up, that didn't get much attention.
Right.
But we've got a whole new batch of messed up that's been going on.
Yes, we do.
Last week,
as if France hasn't had it bad enough with their mass shooting and bombings that they had last year.
So every July 14th, France celebrates what's known as Bastille Day. Bastille Day is the common name given to English-speaking countries to the French National Day, which is celebrated on July 14th each year. The French National Day commemorates the storming of the Bastille on July 14, 1789, an important event 226 years ago in Paris in the French Revolution, which had begun 2 days earlier, as well as the Fête de la Fédération, which celebrated the unity of the French people on July 14th of 1790. Celebrations are held throughout France. The oldest and largest regular military parade in Europe is held on the morning of July 14th on the Champs-Élysées in Paris in front of the President of the Republic, along with other French officials and foreign guests. Now, after all of that celebrating that was going on in the city of Nice, France.
Nice.
Yes. Nietzsche. Things took a dramatic turn for the worse when a speeding box truck came plowing through the very same street the parade was being held on.
Good Lord.
While people were still gathered in said street.
Lord.
It is also coming to my attention that videos are turning up of people filming the festivities just moments before things are happening. And there's even one where they catch the truck just beginning to plow through the herd as an innocent bystander starts to panic and just loses her mind as she realizes what is in fact happening. I would play the clip, but I mean, we're not going to know what's going on because we don't speak French.
Right.
And I don't really want to put distressing, perilous material through on the radio. I mean, I could, but I mean, I think it would just be in bad taste as of right now. These people are just coming off of this atrocity. And
the voyeur in me wants to see it, Tim, but the other part of me wants to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
So
you assuredly would not sleep after.
I don't know if I'd be able to see that, especially if I see innocent people just gathering. As I was telling you, Tim, I went to the Navy Pier, and I can't even imagine just those hundreds of thousands of people gathering in one place as unity and celebration, and then to have some maniac and some horrible person just, play God, right?
Man, I don't know what he was playing, but it wasn't proper at all.
It wasn't Pokemon.
No, maybe he was. No,
okay.
I don't even want to go there with the jokes. Maybe next week I'll come up with a whole list of stupid puns and jokes related to Pokemon over this incident. But
it's horrible. I mean, man, what goes through your head to be able to do that, to live with yourself? I mean, they haven't caught this individual yet.
From what I heard, dude, they found something that could have been an explosive the morning after.
Right. He was armed with several things from what I heard. Explosives and semi-automatic weapons, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, where does a guy with a family of three have time to build explosives?
Right.
Which also leads to the further social investigation with whatever details are out there, people are going to fit their own stories together. And what we're being told by like CNN and Fox and all of them is that he was a radicalized guy looking to join ISIL, and that was his excuse. I'm going to call BS on that.
Right.
There's been so many times where people were caught. There's like articles that'll say, "Oh, the CIA thwarted 6 people from detonating an explosive." Meanwhile, they don't tell you that the FBI or the CIA had solicited these people to blow something up and gave them a package to go drop in a garbage can behind a landmark somewhere, and then they just give you the details that they busted them before they were able to do it, and then they slate themselves as heroes.
Right.
So they're out there fishing for people to do bad things, and that's kind of weird because like there's no videos of like the Omar guy from the Pulse Club. There's absolutely no videos, no phone call, none of that was released. But the next week in the Turkey, it wasn't in Turkey, the airport.
Right, the coup. Yeah.
We'll get to the before that.
Oh, yeah.
The airport shooter.
Or it was Brussels, you mean?
Was that Brussels?
In Brussels, yeah.
And so like there was video immediately, the guy shooting up several people and then blowing himself up. Like they put that on loop. But for some reason that dude from, Florida not a peep,
right.
dude.
And that was supposed to be a high profile nightclub. A very, heavy, like we said, tourist attraction for the LGBT community.
4 hours of standoff that goes undocumented.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the hell's going on. So nobody knows who's really involved, what the real details are. You only get what you hear on the radio.
Right. And we're conspiracy theorists. We really are. We want to really know the truth. The truth is out there.
Well,
to steal something
first
from
of all,
X-Files.
I follow what George Carlin says, and I never believe word one of what my government tells me.
Right. What do you say? It's all BS and it's all bad for you.
It's all bad for you. Absolutely. It is. And there is... Can you hear me still?
I can hear you.
I lost all audio.
I can hear you, man. I'm good. You're good.
Great. All right. So there's that. And then, I don't like the fact that police are detonating things, man. Like we were talking about the Dallas guy. They sent in a robot with an explosive to blow his ass up.
Right.
You can't do that. That's not justice.
Right.
We live in a civilized world where you bring people to the courts and then they get judged by a jury of their peers.
Of course.
Everybody's supposed to be...
So bypass that straight to execution, right?
Yeah. So, I mean,
It's martial law, man.
With all this happening now, what is it, the next incident that takes place, what's going to happen? Are they going to bring down a building now?
You're dropping missiles?
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Are they going to send drones in with just blow random buildings up in our cities? Like,
right. I guess nothing ceases to amaze us anymore, right?
So we just got to wait and see, man. And, like they keep saying that the internet is radicalizing people on the internet, which another thing I call BS on, man.
Right.
If people are upset about your politics, it doesn't take the internet for them to come find you.
Not at all.
And cause some trouble in your neck.
You take the guns away, you're going to find another reason to cause. And obviously, with the destruction with the truck in France, I mean, if he really wanted to, he could have set off a bomb. He could have stood upon a tall building somewhere and started picking people off. But he decided to go in with a truck. I mean, crazy's crazy. Crazy's going to find a way to come out. You're going to be able to cause this havoc and destruction and do the unimaginable. Hey, that's not coming out right. It's easy for me to say. The unthinkable to all these poor people that are out just to celebrate a holiday, man. This is horrible,
man. You're supposed to be celebrating, your independence from Britain's rule or whatever.
Right. Now it's times like this where I wish somebody would have been packing something. Pop 2 in the driver's side, and you're done.
As we learned from the last attacks in Paris, that none of these people have weapons, dude. It was all outlawed 100 years ago.
Where are the inglorious bastards when we need them, Tim?
I don't know. The world absolutely needs a hero. We need a Superman or a Batman.
They're too busy fighting each other, man, over Wonder Woman. I guess I would be too if she's that hot. If she's Gal Gadot,
some Wonder Vag. fighting over some Wonder Snatch.
Right. Well, maybe Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn on my Fed over that too. So.
Maybe.
But man, it's every day after day, man. I get sick and tired of having to read all this horrible news and cops versus civilians or citizens rather, and just these mass attacks, these terrorist attacks, and I still have. I don't know about you, Tim, but I still have like 9/11 fresh on my mind. Where I was, what I was doing, what I was thinking, and for me personally, Tim, and listening audience, it'd been a year to the day almost that I went to New York City, September 2000, and I was able to see the World Trade Center, and just a year later, still fresh on my mind, and talking about that visit, and to have our nation's under attack, and the Pentagon, and the flight in Pennsylvania, and let's roll, and to see George W. Bush's reaction. Speaking of George W. Bush, did you see him look like he was a little liquored up there at the Dallas Memorial there?
He did look a little tuned up.
Yeah, even Michelle Obama was like, what is the
You're having too good of a time at a memorial service.
If you're dancing.
Yeah, they're just...
come on, man. Former president, man. Leader
you need to act
he's an addict, man. He's a drunk, man. He's an addict. He was a well-known cokehead. He was a cokehead at Yale and partier. I mean, it's nothing, there's nothing new about this. I mean, but come on, man, have a little more respect. I mean, he was liquored up, man, and it's you could just tell in his face, man. His face was cherry red as well.
That's true, and Bush was a disgusting human being.
HW or W?
Both of them, dude. Sent us into more wars than I can count.
Yeah.
And it's just bad news for the country. And then because there's supposed to be some separation between the Democrats and Republicans, but the Bush and the Clinton family get along real nice.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Yeah.
So much so that they have combined trust in what do they call
oil?
Those? Not oil, but fundraising outfits.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
I don't doubt it.
They launder money, dude.
Yeah.
They're crooks.
Well, Hillary's all about the money. I mean, we know that. She's all about big business or interests. That's why she looks out for corporate America. I was willing to feel the burn, man. I'm still. I mean, you know what?
And then
I'd love to see Hillary pick Bernie Sanders as her running mate. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen.
Bernie was supposed to be everything that Hillary wasn't,
right?
And then all of a sudden he turns around and endorses her.
Well, I mean, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, though, Tim.
Well, yeah, because he can't.
What's he going to say? No.
He can't come out and say they cheated, so she got the nomination. So what's he going to do?
Well, it's kind of like, what's Kevin Durant going to say? No, I'm not going to join the Golden State Warriors because I don't want to win a championship.
Yeah,
got to jump on the winning team, man. Jump on the bandwagon, essentially.
Exactly.
I hate to see it, but I mean, he did it. Everybody. I know that all the Bernie Sanders supporters, man, felt betrayed, the fact that he had endorsed her. But at that point, when you figure you have to concede, you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember Barack Obama at his inaugurational speech. The first thing that he said, he's like, I want to thank, George W. Bush for his 8 years of service. And, people were forced to do the uncomfortable, clap there. So, I mean, it is what it is.
So there's that. And then, the total numbers are out so far that 84 people are actually indeed dead from this ridiculous car thing. What are they going to do? Ban cars now? Ban gasoline? How do you deal with this? If
you bring in the Transformers and Optimus Prime and they go to war, man. Battle them out, man.
Take down those Decepticons.
That's right. Take down Megatron, man.
Yeah.
Not the wide receiver, but the actual Megatron.
He can go too. He's in our division.
Well, actually, he retired. Yeah.
But from the Telegraph, we got an article here that says live terror attack, police vans blocking promenade, withdrawn hours before. So there was a stop where this truck couldn't get through.
Right.
ISIL claims responsibility for Bastille Day carnage, which killed 84, as French minister says Bouhel was radicalized very quickly, which meant he woke up this morning, had breakfast, and said, I'm going to be a terrorist today.
Yeah.
Some of the bullet points here from the article are terrorist drives through crowds celebrating Bastille Day in Nice. Lower speeds for 2 kilometers. Damn, 2 kilometers, dude. He was just speeding through these people. 10 children were victims. Police vans blocking off were withdrawn just before the attack.
What is that about?
That means that it's been facilitated somehow.
Right.
Dude, just like, man, if I could go back and read everything I posted after the nightclub thing that happened in Florida, I deduced very sanely and very easily that there was more than one person involved. And I've got all kind of evidence that people just ignore because they want to believe what they're told. The Prime Minister warns terrorism will be part of French daily life for a long time. In other words, we've been giving these guys a lot of guns and money over the last couple of years. They're right next door in Syria. They're going to come by.
Right.
And they're going to make some trouble. Mohammed Lahouje Buhul, a career criminal known to police. From what I read, is theft and other vague...
Well, minor stuff compared to this, I'm sure.
Who were the victims. Gallery aftermath of the horrific attack in pictures. French authorities withdrew police vans that were blocking off the promenade in Nice just hours before the 19-ton truck crushed at least 84 people to death in Islamic terrorist attack. See, and then, there's no confirmation this guy was a terrorist or he was waving the flag ISIL. This disclosure raises serious question over the security for the 30,000 people who had gathered at the Promenade des Anglais for the Bastille Day fireworks. Just 60 officers were on duty despite France being on heightened alert. What? And concerned that Nice was a likely target for attack because of the large numbers of jihadists from the city who had already traveled to Syria. So they were just, again, very loud and bright red flags everywhere.
Right,
just 5 sentences into this article. Dude, I'm already sick of it. Let's move on.
How can you not? No, I know what you mean, man. I mean, the signs are there that this was going to happen, and this could have been avoided. This could have easily been avoided. I mean, but they were negligence, right? What would you say? Negligence is human error? I mean, what is this?
It's not negligence. It's
set up.
It's a setup, dude. Yeah. It's facilitated.
The cops were there. They blocked it off, and then somehow they decided not to anymore.
There's a video of JFK's entourage as he was leaving the airport in Dallas to go on that tour.
On the motorcade,
the motorcade. And there's a guy that hops on the back. He would be standing right where the bullet would have hit him from behind. If the bullet was shot from behind. And his boss is waving him off. Get off of there.
Right.
The first convoy in presidential history that rides with the top down. They have a convertible for this occasion.
Right.
It was a setup, dude.
Yeah. Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't alone, man. There's always been that suspicion.
He was probably told, like, take your shot, but there's going to be 3 other dudes.
Right. Right.
So...
Or as from the movie, the Oliver Stone movie, that
back and to the left,
back and to the left, back and to the left. Yeah,
that was a good movie.
Right. Well, that's when Kevin Costner was at his peak.
Man, he was hot at that time.
Absolutely.
Robin Hood.
I don't know about that.
Hey, Christian. That's what Morgan Freeman called him.
That's right.
So then,
hey, Blinken.
If that wasn't, enough action for the week, Turkey was under siege by the military as they attempted a military coup.
That's instant bull crap.
It is instant bull crap.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Thank you very much.
Tip your waitress. The U.S. should reconsider loyalty to a fractured, unstable ally whose leaders don't share our values. The United States... This is according to the U.S. Today. Rethink Turkey ties after coup attempt. So apparently they weren't successful. I haven't been following this as it broke yesterday. The United States may be on the verge of plunging down another Mideast rabbit hole. The first Obama administration reaction was relief that the weekend coup in Turkey had been suppressed. And indeed, that seemed to be the case. But the next and most critical question are at what cost and what should we do now? Certainly the plotters of the coup did not have a failure-proof plan. In the first hours, tanks rolled to critical points in Ankara and Istanbul to the bridges that crossing Bosporus linking Turkey with Europe, to Istanbul's terror-wrecked airport, to television stations, parliament, and presidential palaces. These early moves quickly began to unravel as forces loyal to the government moved into action. Man, this article goes on way too long for us to cover every detail here, but what happened on Friday was like around 10 o'clock. Apparently, somebody called BBC News and was like, listen, we're part of the military here in Turkey, and we're about to overthrow the government. Yeah, we're about to throw these despots out in their ass. Mm-hmm. And
as many, countries, corrupt countries should do.
So when your military, say the American military, tried to overthrow the White House,
right?
Chances are they'd be successful.
Not yet, but if Trump gets in there, don't be surprised.
Well, but he'd be the leader. He'd be the POTUS, wouldn't he? Yeah. Well, they'd have to follow his direction.
No, they'd have to do nothing. But okay. Okay, never mind that.
But so the thing is, like, our military, if the Pentagon wanted to take over the White House, they could do it. They've done it. They have. There's 2 times in history where I forget what they call it, the continuity government.
Right.
Was in charge of making decisions over the first being during the Iran-Contra scandal, and the second being during 9/11 when Bush was on site and Cheney was making all the decisions back at the Pentagon in the secret war room or whatever the hell they call it. So, but if our military took over, they would be successful. So what happened here is where the story takes a turn. These guys were posturing with tanks and other forceful equipment. What happened? Did somebody make a phone call and say, "Hey, turn around and go home"? Like how do
you do it semi through a coup and just say, you know what, we're gonna pull away?
How do you blow the whistle on national TV? Like, we're gonna throw these guys out. You better come.
We're storming the castle after lunch.
Yeah. We got our pitchforks. We got our torches. And we're going up to the.
Then they see where they have to go. That's too far.
Yeah.
Do we have to?
Look, my bike's got a flat.
Oh, man, I don't want to storm the government.
I gotta get up early. I
got a thing.
So yeah, no. I put the onus on you, Jay. What does the future look like for this world, and how much different or how much worse is it gonna get, and can it get better? Is what I'm asking.
I wish I had an answer for that, and for the listeners, I can only say is that if you're religious, then kiss your ass goodbye. No, I'm kidding.
If you're scared, go to church.
Yeah, if you're scared, go to church. Get a dog, as Stacey King would say. I don't know. I mean, all you can do is you can't live your life scared, though, man. You can't. You have to refuse to live your life scared, man. You gotta just keep on keeping on, man. That's the American way. We're not a country of quitters, man. We never have been. We've been through the worst. We've been through hell and back, and the only thing that we can really do is live our life to the fullest each day. And I mean, you can't live scared. You have to understand that, the future is uncertain. Even if we have one, but live your life as Again, I sound like a damn greeting card here, but you have to live your life if it's the last day, and be happy and tell somebody you love them, and smile and just do the best you can and everything, because some scary times we're living in,
spread the positivity.
That's right. Spread some love, man. Have
love.
a drink, make some love, man.
Hate and rage are infectious, but so is love and happiness.
Absolutely. So you can't live your life bitter every day, man.
Have you ever noticed while you're at work, if you got a cranky face, people are like, "Hey, man, what's wrong? What's bothering you?" But if you're happy, people are happy with you.
Right. It's contagious, man.
So spread the contagiousness of a smile, and hug a loved one today.
That's right.
Tell them Timmer and Jay Sal told you.
That's right. Ladies, smile at the gentleman, and smile right back.
That's right. They will.
Especially you fine ones in the beautiful Chicago, man. Y'all out there, man. I know y'all out there.
Holla.
Especially if you're no, wait.
We'll have to get into that on the other side of the break, as well as sports. But we're going to take a final music break here, and then we'll go to the final stretch of our show, and then we get the hell out of here. But my name is Timur Radicek, your freeform community DJ, and this is Jay Sal. And portions of WNUR's programming may be considered inappropriate for the sensitive and more younger listeners out there. WNUR believes this material to be artistically and culturally significant for the greater good of mankind. And we will only play this talk and music between the hours of 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. I say that with a shrug because every time I look at it, I swear it says something different.
What's in that cup of coffee you're drinking, Tim, is what I want to know.
Oh, that's not coffee, man.
It's not coffee. It's Bailey's, baby. What's up?
Bailey's.
I drink Bailey's through a shoe, huh? You fuzzy little man, Peach.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, Greg, I see you.
So we got more artists featured at the Open Air Festival, which is going on through tomorrow. Get your ass down to the lake if you're into some decent heavy metal and rock alternative type stuff. We're going to play you some of this right now, and this is Pop Evil. It's called Torn to Pieces. I apologize for the intros of these songs. I'm playing them off of the YouTube. Stay tuned. It's WNUR 89.3 on your radio dial. Welcome back. WNUR-FM, Evanston and Chicago, 89.3 on your radio dial. My name is Tim Radicek, your freeform community DJ here at WNUR. And joining me in the studio, his longtime friend and resident mixologist, J. Sal.
Yes, sir.
J. Sal, it's time we get into some sports, big dog.
I got you there, my friend. Now, I know you're a big Northside fan.
A big one.
Big Cubs fan, of course
Right.
you are. Tim, we had the MLB All-Star Game. The mid-season summer classic was held at Petco Park, which is home of the San Diego Padres, last weekend.
Also, former Cub Mark Pryor is pitching coach for the San Diego Padres.
That's right, he is. He was in attendance as well.
He was.
And Monday night's Home Run Derby saw a new record take place for the long ball event as Miami Marlins Giancarlo Stanton 61 home runs. 61 home runs.
I'm going to try to dig up the montage of Chris Berman going back.
You can loop that over and over again, man, like about 18 minutes of that. And 61 home runs, Timmer and audience, took home the trophy. Stanton hit 20 of those in the final round. He beat the defending champion, Todd Frazier, of the Chicago White Sox, incidentally. The Marlins slugger shattered the single night mark of 41, which was previously held by Bobby Abreu in 2005. And the next day, Tuesday night, had the AL-NL matchup, which was won by the AL 4-2, meaning, Tim, if your Cubs do go to the World Series, they will have to do it on the road.
Yeah, and if somebody like Texas makes it through a wild card and they get home field advantage,
right,
that's when we start cursing out the...
Or if the improbable happens and the White Sox happen to go, hey, we got home field advantage, baby.
Yeah.
We'll be hosting game one like we did in 2005, y'all.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Very, very unlikely. More on that later. But the AL won thanks to the bullpen.
Yeah.
Highlights included the Cubs' very own Chris Bryant's home run off the White Sox ace Chris Sale for a 410-foot shot.
First pitch fastball.
Hey, but news sources, Timmer and audience, reported that Bryant's father, Mike Bryant, ran into Sale 2 days before and asked him to throw him a bone.
Yeah.
Of all things. So
you struck my boy out 6 times in a row.
Come on, give him a chance, man.
I bet he gave him like $6,000.
I don't know about all that, but he just asked him
throw
nicely.
Throw him a beach ball.
Which is the equivalent of hitting a home run in the All-Star game. Is like playing defense in the NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
So and the after the break, we just have the Cubs facing the Texas Rangers, and the Cubs pitcher Jason Hamill's cramp relief can be attributed to one salty, fatty food. Tim, potato chips.
I was gonna say something else.
I'm not kidding. Doctors ordered with the potassium and saltiness to retain water. It helped him pitch to a 3-1 win over as the Northsiders.
He pitched a gem today. I was listening to the game
as the Northsiders climb back to 20 games above 500.
I gotta say, Hendricks pitched a hell of a game too. The first game after the All-Star break.
Actually, Thursday rather. Yes.
Yeah.
So nice break to see him come back, and let's see if they're able to right the ship. I wish I could say the same for the Southsiders, as the Chicago White Sox bats are still ice cold even during this summer stretch, as they have failed to score in 3 consecutive games dating back to July 10.
Wait, so they didn't even put up a run in 3 games? Is
Nope,
what you're saying?
Not at all. 32 innings to be exact, Tim. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim's pitcher, Matt Shoemaker. That's right, cold as ice. You're so nice, Tim. Matt Shoemaker struck out 13 hitters, which is a career high for him, and shut out the Southsiders to a 1-0 victory. James Shields threw a two-hitter, but was outdueled. And Shields now falls to 4-11.
Man, I've always liked Shields, though.
I do not like that pickup, man. He is not what I wanted him to be. So that's basically it, man. Cubs are doing a little bit better. Sox bats are not.
If the Cubs can come out swinging in like the first half of the season, like they did in the first half of the first half,
right,
they got nothing to worry about.
They got to get the pitching on track, though, man. That's more than anything. You got to have Arrieta be solid, and you have to have Lester be solid.
Hendrick and this guy that pitched today are in the back end of their rotation.
Right.
Now, if they can play 5 consecutive games like this each, we'll be in business.
Yes,
and then they got a couple of guys coming up from AAA later on this year that should be awesome acquirements.
I got some Bears news, Tim.
What?
That's right. We're about a month away from Bears minicamp.
Training
and veteran receiver Alshon Jeffrey will play under the franchise tag, but can be, and more than likely will be on another team after next season. The 1-year deal guarantees the South Carolina product $14.59 million. Jeffrey was selected by the Bears in the second round of the 2012 draft. He was voted to the Pro Bowl in 2013 after catching 89 passes for 1,421 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Good
and
Lord.
Followed that with an 85 reception year, which included 1,133 yards and 10 TDs in 2014.
I think what all Bears fans want to know is Christine Cavalieri going to get naked this season?
Let's hope not. Because her kids are about as skinny as her, man.
Ooh.
So malnourished, undernourished kids, man.
Ooh.
And some UFC news, Timmer.
Uh-oh.
Last week's UFC winner, Brock the Minnesota Monster Lesnar, has been suspected of taking PEDs.
Cheater. Oh, gee.
Yeah.
You mean the guy that's built like a brick,
like a truck
pit house? Yeah.
Right. The WWE megastar, who is also a former UFC heavyweight champ and a former NCAA wrestling champ, might have his winnings of $2.5 million taken away. His opponent on the losing end of that last week's card, Mark the Super Samoan Hunt, lost via unanimous decision, wants it reversed and wants some of the winnings taken away, as he should, because, I mean, personally speaking, following the sport, and
there ain't a clean body in that entire league, dude.
What's that, UFC or WWE?
Both of them.
Well, you figure that only 15% of those athletes are caught. Are the ones? I mean, it's only 15% of them that are actually, that you find out that they're taking something.
Nobody can achieve Brock Lesnar's size without some sort of supplemental.
Well, and he's
help.
gotten older, and he's massive.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, look at Arnold too, man. You can't still be that shredded if at 70.
Right. And Sylvester Stallone, when he looked ripped and he looked 40 years his junior in the last Rambo movie, he admitted that he's taken
with his Just for Men hairdo.
He admitted to taking growth hormones.
Yeah, of course.
And they're making these movies.
Yeah,
you have Hugh Jackman, who plays Wolverine, looking more shredded than a Julian salad.
Yeah.
And even that he looked better than he did when he was younger. And you got people like Dwayne Johnson. The problem is, the issue
when
is
you're out of sports.
Well, the thing is, there's no comp. They're not really hurting anybody,
right.
So they can get as big and as shredded and built as they can without hurting anybody. Now you have Lesnar, who is getting older and he's not a spring chicken. To be able to be this muscular, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. That he's taking something.
That ain't stem cell treatment.
That's not stem cell. I mean, the guy is just, he's a monster.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's a black guy.
Yeah.
He's a Pokemon. He's going to have to, this is going to come in. Now, my question is this. What is the WWE going to do if it is true that he does drop dirty? Are they going to suspend him because they have a huge pay-per-view coming up?
I got to think that Vince has some sort of policy about PEDs.
Well, he just suspended Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
He came out, wrote him off the script, had him cough up his championship. He'll be back, but at the same time, I mean, again, maybe only 15% of these guys are caught. The other one are just have free reign. And we all know what the business is. From Hulk Hogan they tried to make him testify against Vince McMahon in the early 90s, which actually springboarded him jumping ship to the rival company, WCW, that they wanted him to say that was he supplying him with drugs? With steroids.
Illegal steroids.
They said, now he never said he gave them to him. He just encouraged them to look the other way about taking drugs. And I mean, that's how you get famous and stuff. All these guys are beefcakes, man.
In other words, he got a gift basket with a phone number.
Right. You remember, what was it, the wrestler, man, that Chris the Master Lock, that wrestler that his finishing move was the suplex and make him tap out? That guy was ridiculously muscular, and he was all juice, man.
Well, what about that one dude that was in the Longest Yard, the one wrestler that they kept locked in the back? He was like locked away from everybody
else. The Great Khali?
Yeah, it was
7 foot. He was Indian.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't even that big, but you guys like Goldberg. You got other guys like Big Papa
When
Pump.
your neck is 32 inches around.
I mean, well, look at some of these baseball players, too, man. Mark McGwire could not chop off the regular men's rack, man, for how many years now? Barry Bonds went from being maybe a light, heavyweight if you were boxing and stuff to a big old heavyweight, man, of grand proportion. And this is the era that we live in, man. Nobody really is clean. It is what it is.
You gotta have some sort of competitive edge,
right?
And
not
everybody can be a Jonathan Hayes.
I don't agree with it, because when you're in a sport where collisions happen, whether it be football, whether it be
I want to be
boxing,
on the same level, not as some guy who's taking bulldozer pills,
right? And I don't agree with it, because you can kill somebody. You can kill somebody,
definitely. What about all the people who've been paralyzed already in the sport?
Right, and then you don't ever know what the other person's taking for the competitive edge. I mean, there's no reason whatsoever to be taking those.
Somehow he cripples you in the second quarter, and he don't even get bruised up. There's something wrong.
And again, especially if it's a contact sport, a purposely contact sport, it's the worst thing that can happen.
Like UFC, wasn't Holly Holmes convicted, or not convicted, but accused?
Suspected?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that, but I mean, again, nothing, and I mean, again, talking about the world we live in with all this, chaos, nothing ceases to amaze me, man.
And then there's products and supplements that pop up every 2 weeks. So you got to increase the list of, banned or unregulated stuff.
And then you hear about the different things that they're taking to mask the results.
Yeah, or they're doing like Latimer from the program and shooting somebody else's urine inside your kidney.
Oh, that guy was Leatherface. Remember that? And the Texas Chainsaw? That guy was a beast, man.
Yeah, dude.
He's built like Brock Lesnar.
That was a nutty movie.
That was a nutty movie. James Caan, good movie though, man. Great movie.
Most assuredly.
That's right.
So we got a couple minutes left, Jay. What is anything else in sports you want to touch on?
Heavyweight about the American heavyweight champion, one of the American heavyweight champions, Deontay Wilder, the Wild Man Wilder from Birmingham, Alabama, retained his heavyweight championship via 8th round knockout against the Mexican American product Chris the Nightmare Arreola, and he knocked him out. I'm not a big fan. I love the fact that one of the alphabet titles is owned by an American heavyweight. I'm just not a big fan of Wilder's style, and he is very unorthodox, and he throws some sloppy punches. From the highlights, I didn't get a chance to see it because I was working and gathering facts for the show. I did catch some of the clips there on social media, and it's a sloppy fight, man. Arreola is on the wrong side, is a downside of his career. Had a chance to fight one of the Klitschko's maybe about 5 years ago. And actually he's been a contender, he's been a journeyman, but he's been criticized for not keeping himself in the best of shape, and maybe running after the taco truck, I think, has been one of his training regimen. It's been in his training regimen. But he has went in there, gave it his all. If you put on the gloves, man, I respect you because I love the sport, I follow the sport, I blog the sport, I live the sport.
Like Damon Wayans from the Great White Hype. I got a shape, it's round.
That's right. You see him running, and he panned out, he's running after the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Wilder's setting himself up. He says he wants to unify the division, with his style of just throwing just crazy punches, man. I mean, yeah, Pacquiao can do that and still land a clean knockout because he's fast.
Yeah.
When you're a heavyweight like that and he's about 6'7",
you gotta hit him.
I mean, when you got long arms like that, man, if he tries that against some of these European cats, man, it's not going to be pretty.
No.
I want to see him fight Tyson Fury, the guy that actually beat Klitschko, and they've been trying to call each other out to unify it, but a lot of people say that Deontay Wilder is a little too wet behind the ears. And I love me some Jim Brewer, by the way. You're a Jim Brewer fan, and he's a Mets fan.
Assuredly, yeah. Me and
he's
him,
a Mets fan.
Jim Brewer and I had a few words on the Twitter last year during the Mets Cubs series. And when the Cubs were down 3-1, I told him if the Cubs come back and win, he's got to come do my show.
I love it.
And he said, next time I'm in Chicago. Well, he's here tomorrow.
He's going to be tomorrow for the open air show.
I wish I would have knew. I would have harassed him for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I've been myself on tour of the damn states.
You've been on vacation, man, on nice tropical ships with little cocktails.
Yeah.
And some nice straws.
I had some foo Bahama Mamas.
I know you did. Is that what you were calling them, girls?
Yes.
Bahama Mama?
Every last one of them.
I had a boy. I
had a nickname for them.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do here is play a little bit of Jim Brewer to take us out.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd like to hear more from Jay Sal and myself, you could do so by finding us on the Twitter using the hashtag LOERadio. You could also find us on the Facebook at LOERadio Show. You can find clips on the YouTube using the same hashtag LOERadio, but you could just look up LOERadio.
That's right.
So for Jay Sal.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on again, Timmer. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for being here, Jay.
Oh, yeah.
I am Timmer Radicek, your freeform community DJ. We will see you the same bad time, same bad channel next week. So stay tuned. It's Jim Brewer. We got more great stuff coming at you on WNUR. Stick around.